Hi, I'm Ed Finn and welcome to The Travel Show. In this programme, I'm discovering one of Switzerland's most popular areas for tourists, the Jungfrau Region and Interlaken.
Very Swiss.
The massive mountains of the Monk, Eiger and Jungfrau dominate this landscape. Soaring cable cars, scenic snowshoe trails, winter kayaking and of course skiing. This is an Alpine Wonderland.
I'm definitely not going to do this, am I?
Join me as I explore one of the most beautiful places in the world. I started off my trip in the lovely town of Mürren, perched on a cliff overlooking the Lauterbrunnen Valley. I arrived at night to a fresh blanket of soft snow.
It's like the Lewis. There is no driver. Excuse me, is this the right trip for Mürren?
The Jungfrau region is part of the Bernese Oberland and includes the Jungfrau Massif, the Lauterbrunnen Valley, Schilthorn, Mürren, Gimmelwald, Grindelwald and Interlaken. This morning I was off to meet my certified hiking guide Doris Schmid, or as the locals like to call her, Doris Hike. On the phone, Doris had told me that I was going to hike, stroll, stand in awe and marvel at the unique mountain world. She told me her aim was to take me hiking to a new dimension.
So how long are we going to hike today for now, Doris?
We're doing an hour now. An hour, yes.
Wonderful.
Going up to Suppenalp. It means really the Alp where you can eat a soup. Suppenalp means soup.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And you were telling me just earlier, just briefly, very interesting, about sort of this is kind of the home of skiing, where it came from Kandahar, Afghanistan.
Yes. It was the Field Marshal McConry. He came here for 3 months for a holiday, and he brought all his soldiers to here, about 30 soldiers, and they were in Kandahar before, and they were so good, fit. They were so fit. They started to going up with a kind of skis. They saw this in Kandahar in Afghanistan. They started to climb up our mountains here and sled and skied down. So people were very interested in that, and the English of course as well. So it starts here.
Would snow hiking be a new thing now? Would it be something that's been going for years here?
It's going for years now. I mean, it's about 15-20 years it starts to be popular, yeah.
Wow. I must say, this is my first time doing a snowshoe trail, and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
It's so relaxing and yet great. Burning a few calories, I would imagine, Doris.
We continued our scenic hike up to the Suppenalp restaurant, where I was treated to one of my favourite Swiss dishes, rosti mit Ei, or rosti with egg. These little mountain restaurants just produce the most delicious traditional Swiss dishes.
So now we're going to go off and we're going to go sledging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first, but we have some work. We'd have to hike down by snowshoes to Mürren, and then we change, and then we have the sledge, and we will sledge down from Mürren to a very famous little village called Gimmelwald.
This is so eco-friendly, it's fabulous. This gives you such a light carbon footprint, wow.
Good.
No pollution.
Go ahead.
I love
no
it.
Pollution, no.
Sehr good.
Yes.
Woohoo!
For me, for my guests, especially at summertime, I say welcome to Heideland, because there are 5 farmer families living up there. They have no shop, only a little restaurant, a little pension, holiday flats, and a lot of animals, goats and calves and cows are around, so you see Heideland. Huh?
Fantastic.
And I like to bring you to a cheese hut where the farmer keeps his cheese where are produced up in the mountains.
Fantastic,
Okay,
great. You're a hard taskmaster, Doris, I'll tell you. A lot to do still today, but it's brilliant. It's so wonderful to be back here in this winter wonderland. Beautiful.
Doris decided to reward me for my hard day's hiking with an award-winning local beer, Schwarzmunk, at the cosy Hotel Pension Gimmelwald, which is over 100 years old and a great place to experience Swiss hospitality. Of course, we can never control the weather, and I awoke this morning to a heavy snowstorm, and my trip to the Schilthorn Peak and the Piz Gloria was very much in doubt.
So we're just having a little relaxing time here while we wait for the weather to do its thing. So yeah, that's all that's happening really. Plan B.
My world champion ski guide Suzanne told me not to worry, that the blue skies were coming, and she was right.
You forget time here.
Yes,
the
yes,
energy,
yes.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, you come here, you sit down, and you said this stunning view. You see the Mont Blanc, and you have more than 200 mountain peaks. You see the lakes, and you sit, you relax, enjoy the nature. That's how it should be up here.
You don't need to be skiing to come here because you're just immersed in nature, and there's so much to do for everybody. The hiking in the snow, and so it's really, really fabulous. I mean, I wasn't aware that there was so much to do.
Oh yes, indeed. As well for to come with family. I can show you later on the Bond Museum. We have an interactive museum. It's really fun. You will see. And as well, people, they love to ski. We have expert slopes. We have the easier slopes. And yeah, just to sit outside in the snow is perfect up here.
And the backdrop here, Suzanne, of course, is amazing. We have the three, I'm calling them the three sisters. I know they're not called that, right?
Swiss skyline, Eiger, Monch and Jungfrau.
Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, they're just absolutely, I mean, you use the old cliche, breathtaking, take your breath away. I mean, it is absolutely that here. I mean, you really feel there's a great pizzazz, and I mean, the whole James Bond theme here is fabulous, and it's done so well. You really feel very kind of VIP and kind of very special when you're up here having your Prosecco and your brunch, revolving around and looking at these beautiful mountains. I can't think of anywhere else that I've had brunch that has been so spectacular. I mean, wow, really. I mean, you could just come to Switzerland for this brunch here, right? I think come to Mürren.
Yeah, it's not only brunch, it's the feeling, it's everything
the setting,
around.
Of course.
Yes, you can. So I mean, you have to come here to feel it.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, absolutely. So, Suzanne, before we go skiing, of course, we're going to do this fantastic thrill walk. Can you tell us just what's involved in that?
So, I mean, up here we call it view, the view part, and Berg is our thrill part, thrill area, with the skyline walk, the skyline view, you will see afterwards, and the thrill walk. I mean, you can feel the thrill when you're on there, along the wall. If you want, you can have a look down, and there are some special parts to feel the thrill really directly.
Ooh, Suzanne!
I do it in ski boots.
You're not going to do that?
Oh, sure.
No way.
Oh, yes.
Oi, oi, oi. I'm definitely not going to do this, am I?
Don't look down, just look always.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Always look up, yeah. Yeah, this is brilliant, I must say. Loving this now. It'll be nice when the old metal goes, yeah. OMG. Really? Yeah, not a bother. Yeah, this is amazing. Oh yeah, this is really fun. Everybody should do this. This is like, wow. I am so brave.
After a breathtaking mountain experience on the thrill walk, we headed back down to Mürren to collect our skis.
Of course, Suzanne, Mürren here in this whole area in the Jungfrau is a skier's paradise, really, isn't it?
Indeed. You see, right now we are here in the kids' paradise, as well beginners' paradise. If you go higher up, you have more expert slopes. And then on the very top, we have the black runs, as well the steepest one, 88% gradient. But up here, we are really lucky to have good snow to start early, and normally we stop at Easter, but you know how high we were in the morning. Up there you ski till May,
Wow.
up on the Schildtorn, yeah.
Amazing, fantastic.
Having tried out my James Bond skills at the Piz Gloria and beautiful Schildtorn, I head for the lovely town of Interlaken. On my way, I passed through another favourite place for tourists, Lauterbrunnen, with its majestic waterfall. Now I was ready for my next adventure. So I've just arrived in Bodensee from Interlaken on a short trip on the bus, and now I'm heading off to do some adrenaline-packed kayaking today at Hightide Kayaking, which is just a few minutes walk from the bus station. Sean, lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Ed.
What a beautiful day, huh?
Beautiful, huh? It's looking nice and flat, nice and glassy on the water.
Beautiful. Now you told me earlier how to pronounce this, right? Bernegen.
So this is Bernegen.
Yeah, so we're just literally about a 20-minute bus ride from Interlaken. So when people come here, typically, how long does it take and what do they do?
So roughly, more or less, it's about a 3-hour trip. We always give half an hour to get ready, especially in winter. As you've already seen, we have the have the dry suits and the shoes.
I feel like
socks
I'm an astronaut going on the moon. It's
exactly. It's almost like setting up going to space, isn't it? Yeah, so we give ourselves roughly half an hour to get ready, and then at that point, eventually we get out on the nice water here, and we spend a couple of hours on the water. You know, we have many guests coming and thinking, is it not too cold? But funny enough, as soon as they've got this on, they soon warm up and they really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And obviously on the lake in winter, there are people on the water, but there's much less traffic in winter. So you really get the chance to really enjoy the nature as well. And you know, we've got all the correct gear. As you can see, these poggies, for example, with the paddle, it keeps your hands nice and warm. And as for the dry suit, you don't have to wear too much underneath either, because you can imagine when it's snowfall, you know, you've got the snow falling on a nice pristine day, you're nice and warm, you've got the snow-capped mountains all around. It's definitely quite special.
A half-day kayaking tour in winter is a wondrous experience. Equipped with hat, comfortable clothing and dry suit, you take to the water and paddle your way slowly to the middle of the lake to enjoy this wintry tranquility. Along the way, we stop for some hot tea, and the mood on the lake is delightful, with snowy mountain peaks rising from the drifting mist on Lake Brienz. Kayaking in winter was an unforgettably beautiful experience. I had been told about an enchanting little winter cruise on beautiful Lake Thun. In winter, there's a daily boat service between Interlaken West and Thun. I fell completely under the spell of the imposing landscapes that surrounded me on this trip. The snow-capped peaks and the sparkling natural surroundings create a fairy tale atmosphere. The boat trip on Lake Thun gives you a total breakaway from the everyday routine. The view of the surrounding countryside, the mountain backdrop, all over a deliciously leisurely lunch was really an out-of-this-world experience. The snow-covered trees add a touch of romance, and I felt a wonderfully relaxed and thoroughly magical atmosphere as the boat glided across this truly magnificent lake. This is a must-do experience when you come here. Decadent is not the word. I will need a lifeboat after this. Someone will have to save me. Seriously, that is delish. Switzerland is famous, of course, for its amazing trains, and whenever I travel here, I always buy the Swiss Travel Pass. It's simply one of the most user-friendly travel passes around. You don't have to worry about making bookings, carrying around multiple train tickets, or ever being concerned about missing a train, because you can simply catch the next one. One of the first things that comes to mind when you hear of Switzerland is undoubtedly chocolate. The Funky Chocolate Club first opened its doors in November 2014 and is a meeting place for all chocolate lovers.
What's great about this place is you can come here and you make your own chocolate, which I'm really excited to try now.
You touch it, you feel it, you understand how it's made, what is the process, you make it yourself and you appreciate it a little better. It just tastes better when you make it yourself. So that's what we're going to be doing today together.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So technically, when eating chocolate, it means we are eating something like a fruit salad. Yeah. So even less reasons why to feel maybe guilty about eating too much of chocolate every now and then. It's all very healthy. Yeah.
Cool.
So it's very, very good. You can start by smelling it. Before you taste it, smell it.
Yeah, beautiful.
Even before you taste it, you might want to squeeze it between your fingers. Yeah? 100% cocoa or cacao, same. It means the chocolate doesn't have any milk or any sugar, and it only has roasted grinded cocoa beans in it. Yeah, so it's pure cocoa. So it will be strong, it will be bitter. Yeah, so heads up.
Okay.
So the chocolate is in bowl number 1, so you can taste the first one from bowl number 1.
But why is Swiss chocolate so amazing? Well, Swiss cows are raised on an organic diet of grass at a high altitude in the Alps, which largely contributes to the quality of their milk. The cows produce a more dense, less aerated milk due to the fact that they are at altitude, and the milk they produce is officially known as Alpine milk. This is a big part of the reason why Swiss chocolate has become so famous and is just so incredibly yummy.
Thank you so much for coming here today. You did an amazing job with the decorations, with the tempering of chocolate. You are a real professional. So you are officially becoming the Swiss chocolatier here in Interlaken in Funky Chocolate Club. So please allow me to give you a little Swiss chocolatier certificate from us to you. Yeah, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much for coming here today.
Now it was time to work off some of those calories as I headed to meet my guide Kevin at the wintry world of adventure on the Stockhorn. This area offers attractive winter activities such as ice skating, ice fishing, winter hiking, and my new favourite sport, snowshoe trekking.
Ed, you're very welcome here at Stockhorn. In the back we have our beautiful igloo here next to Hinterstockensee, and today we're gonna go snowshoeing. We're also going to have a look at ice fishing, which you can do on the lake here, and obviously you can also go ice skating on the lake. So we'll have a very nice day today, and you're very lucky with the weather. We have some fresh snow and the sun will come out again soon. So we'll have an amazing day. Great to have you here.
It's so easy to get here from Interlaken.
Exactly, and that's also the good point of Interlaken. Like, everything is very close by, so you can reach almost every point within an hour. Yeah. Every mountain, every lake, whatever, and that's a big plus also for Interlaken, of course.
Fantastic. It's brilliant. You can eat a lot and you don't put on any weight. It's really healthy here. So good.
I mean, that's the Swiss way. You eat a lot of good food and then you do a lot of sports activities, and that's very nice. I mean, you'll feel good after a nice snowshoe hike, for example, and then of course you need some good food afterwards or before.
Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, great. Right, Kevin, let's go. Let's hike off.
Let's go.
Of course, Kevin, you can't leave Switzerland without
fondue, and we're having a fondue right here.
Brilliant. And of course, fondue is like very convivial. The people have it with friends, family. It's a very thing everybody sits around. And
yes, exactly.
I couldn't think of a better place in the world to enjoy traditional Swiss fondue, surrounded by such beauty. Stockhorn really is a fantastic excursion from Interlaken. The views from the cable car on the return journey to Interlaken are magical. And magic was going to be my next stop ice magic in Interlaken with local ice skating legend Renato Julier.
Hi Ed, welcome back to Interlaken, or should I say Winterlaken. We are here now on the, you could say, on the highest building of Interlaken. It's the Hotel Metropole, or the Topamet, 68 meters high, and we have a beautiful look down to the Ice Magic, which is the biggest winter event in Switzerland. It's probably one of the biggest ice rinks in Switzerland. As you can see, a lot of ice skating rinks that are connected to each other by gateways, so you can easily drive around. And the best thing is it's really full of light. It's a illumination experience, especially in the evening for the whole family. Inside you can do Bavarian curling, which is a very nice, fantastic sport activity, especially for groups. And there is also a nice food corner or a food area, so there you're able to grab some food. We have also Swiss food, which you can also find in the Swiss chalet. So we have Rösti, we have Kochets mit Hörnli, which is minced meat with pasta. Then we have also cheese fondue. So everything which is salty, cheesy, and also a lot of chocolate.
For kids, I suppose, you know, it's fantastic, isn't it? Coming up to Christmas now, I mean, this would be just such a fantastic holiday.
Indeed, it's a real fantastic event, which is open 3 months, from mid-December till the end of February. And it's open every day from 10 to 10, and it's really cheap. One entrance, the cost of one entry is only 9 Swiss francs, which is very, very cheap.
It's been so relaxing, and it's great when you come here to Switzerland, you just forget about everything and you just completely switch off. It's like detox paradise. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I've just spent 6 magical days exploring the Jungfrau region in Interlaken. Snowshoe hiking and sledding with Doris and Kevin in Mürren and Stockhorn, kayaking on Lake Brienz with Sean, cruising on Lake Thun, the amazing James Bond experience on the Schilthorn in Piz Glory with Suzanne, the thrill walk at Berg, funky chocolate workshop with Dora in Interlaken, and so much more. This trip blew away all my expectations, and it surely is one of the most beautiful places in Europe. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Truly Swiss bliss.